Okay, guys, this is something new. It's not like what I usually do, okay? So what we're gonna watch right now is some short horror animation films for you to enjoy. And I swear, some of these about broke my heart because I've never seen something so terrifying in my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it with this first one. Now, the first one I'm pretty sure is, yes, I was almost kidnapped by strangers with online tendencies.
5 years ago, when I was 19, I was conducting an online transaction on a site called Alks, which is similar to Craigslist. It's an online
Okay,
app
first
where
off,
you can see.
you don't do transactions online unless you're shipping and handling, okay? That's just okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
Items being sold by random strangers, and all you have to do is make a call and meet up.
See what I mean? I told you don't ever meet up, especially women.
For a cheap sweater for my trip to Japan the following week. After several minutes of scrolling, I came across an ad with exactly what I was looking for. A Korean-style female fur sweater for just 300 pesos, about $6.
Pesos?
It was perfect.
Korean?
I had issues
but
with
what?
it. The meetup point was at the LRT train station at 8 p.m. because the seller was too busy at work. I decided, what the heck? It's a public place anyway. I called the owner and we had a quick convo. He sounded like a strict guy, but I asked him when we could meet up. He responded, tonight at 8 p.m. sharp. I said sure. But this recklessness of mine is what I regret the most. I arrived at the meeting place at 7:58 p.m. It was really empty, and I was sure I was the only person in the station. It was a cold night in November, and I eagerly awaited warming myself with my coat. Honestly, I'm the kind of girl who's comfortable wearing a sweater even when it's hot. I was sitting on a bench when the clock ticked 8 o'clock, when suddenly someone covered half of my face with a scarf with a really strange scent. I fell unconscious. As I woke up, I found myself in a van with
chloroformed.
My wrists handcuffed behind my back.
At least you got your sweat. Oh, that's not a solder.
Please let me go. Tears began to fall from my eyes. But then, one of the guys touched my face and said, "It's our first time ever tasting a beautiful girl like you."
What?
I kept on crying and shouted, "Please, I want to go home, please." The guy next to me choked me, shouting that I needed to shut up. I tried to resist, but my eyes started to roll back in my head. He stopped. But it was taking a long time for me to catch my breath. I looked out the window and saw a checkpoint lane. For the first time in my life, I was so glad that the authorities had permission to check the van. But the guy next to me reached for a gun, a really big gun. Knowing this was my only chance, I found the strength to shout and cried out, "Officer, please help! They have a gun!" The two officers immediately grabbed their guns, one shooting at the tires, the other aiming for the man next to me. The officer shot him in the head. I never thought I'd witness such a thing in my life. One of the officers carried me out of the van, and I passed out moments later.
Damn!
I woke up the next day in a hospital bed. My parents were there, crying and asking me what happened. I told them the truth, that I was buying a sweater online.
They just straight blew his dome off. They didn't even have the gun.
I cried and cried, saying, "Please help, please help." Since then, I've had to go to a psychiatrist to recover from mental instability and anxiety. And it should go without saying, but I never ever want to buy anything online ever again.
Okay, easy there.
When I was 7 or 8 years old, my parents used to take me to this beach cafe.
Okay, what was this one called? I missed it. Crazy Old Guy. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the Wasi Entertainment that created these. Just by this right here, Wasi Cafe. Let's continue.
In our town. It had a pool and the cafe was right next to the beach. The family that owned the cafe were my family's close friends, so I spent a lot of my childhood there. The best part about the beach is that when you pass the cafe and the playground, there was a lot of sand and a net for volleyball. As kids, my friends and I would always play there. One ordinary summer night, there was quite a few of us playing in the sand, making castles and doing other things. All of a sudden, I heard a noise behind me in the bushes.
Oh wow!
Right
I just noticed you guys can't see me.
I should.
1 second. Let me fix that. Yeah, you guys can see all this, right? Yeah. Oops. There we go. Okay, back to it.
Mentioned that there were woods around the whole place, but it wasn't deep or anything.
My bad.
I was a brave kid, so I just brushed it off as being a cat or animal of some sort, and continued to play. However, when I looked up at my friends, who were now quiet and staying still, I got the chills. I noticed that all of their eyes had widened. They were staring at me, or rather at whatever was behind me. The shock kicked in, and I felt like I was going to faint. I started shaking. I didn't even want to turn around. But when I
actually want to shorten my stuff. Ooh. There we go. Because it's a little bit too
cold on the back of my
large.
neck. That was the last straw. I started running full speed towards the cafe filled with people, and my friends immediately followed behind me. There were 6 children crying and screaming at the top of their lungs. I remember finally clinging to my mom and crying in her arms. Soon after,
why was your eyes red?
Followed by police cars parked in front filled the air. When the adults talked to the police, my friends and I were confused. I still didn't know what was behind me, so I asked my oldest friend in the group, who was 10 years old and talking to his dad. It turns out there was this crazy old guy who robbed a lady and stabbed her to death not so far away from here.
You about got gotten, little boy.
He appeared behind me smiling like a sick clown. He was holding a knife and pressing it against the back of my neck. That must have been the cold thing I felt. From then on, I never stayed far away from the cafe when the sun went down. And thankfully, they caught me.
Look at that gold tooth. Oh, those aren't gold tooth. Those are just yellow. Ugh. Okay, so I gotta a little say something here. This is why we need to take knives away from the old people. That's not okay. They're holding little knives up to little kids. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be held at knife point, let alone when I was 9 years old. Are you kidding me? But enough of me. Let's continue. Now, if you guys want to send me scary videos, go ahead and send it to my game page on Facebook, or even I'm gonna create a Twitter, or even I'm gonna create a Twitter, and you guys can @ me @ Spinal Scrooge on Twitter. But I'm probably gonna name it Murderous Monstrous Mondays. Yeah, Murderous Monstrous Mondays. That sounds pretty good. Let me know in the comments what you think. @ Spinal Scrooge on Twitter. I'm gonna go ahead and get it all set up after this live stream.
Happened a little over 20 years ago. I was 10 years old and my sister was 6. We grew up in a small town, raised only by our hardworking mother. It started when school was nearly finished for the year. The nights were late because my sister was up all night crying about a witch.
A witch? Oh,
anyway,
God.
My mother started receiving odd calls once in a while at work.
I need one of your children.
Mom figures it was some stupid prank and ignored it. But then she started receiving calls daily. Eventually, she was receiving a call most nights at our home. She reported it to the police, and they said whoever was calling was using random payphones. There wasn't much they could do about it. So she had both her work and home number changed. One night around 10 or so, there was a frantic knock on our door. Mom looked out through the window and saw a lady with long hair in her 60s. Not knowing her, Mom went near the locked door and asked what she wanted. The lady asked if she could come inside because she was in a car accident. Mom said she would call the police for her and told her to wait outside. There was a pause.
No, don't call the cops.
Mom thought this was strange and started walking to the phone. Immediately again, a banging on the door. Mom ran to the phone and looked out the window to see the lady staring at her. She coldly said,
Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children. Dorothy
No!
Margaret, I want one of your children.
You can't have
She
them!
kept repeating it until Mom noticed flashing lights of police approaching, and she left. The police searched everywhere and kept a car outside each night for a week.
What is
Nothing.
these
A few
cops,
weeks
man? They
later,
don't even know what they're
summer
doing.
finally started, and my sister wasn't having the nightmares anymore about the witch. We were at one of my baseball games, and my mother was talking to a teacher at my sister's school and telling her what happened. And the teacher said,
Oh, it sounds like your stepmother.
Mom looked back confused and said she doesn't have a stepmother. The teacher's face turned white. A
Oh,
while
no.
ago, a lady in her 60s would come watch the children play at lunch. She said she was my mother's stepmom and liked to watch my sister at lunch. She reported it again to the police, and they checked camera footage. Sure enough, on a faraway park bench, there was an old lady most lunchtimes. They noticed she was always coming from the woods, so the police did a search and found an old shanty shack type of place. It had old blankets and a fire pit, and it had pictures she had drawn of us.
Oh my
That
goodness.
was the last time we ever heard of her.
What a creeper.
When summer was ending, my sister started having the nightmares of the witch again. Mom asked why she was getting scared again, and she said,
Because she comes to school and watches us.
the witch was the old lady.
That's horrible.
I met a terrible creep at a McDonald's.
Okay, you guys tell me. What would you do if you were in that mom's shoes? Would you grab, the old thingy, or would you, I don't know. Would you do what that mom did and call the cops in hopes that something would happen? Leave it in the comments below. Hey, and don't forget to gently press that like button. Everybody else is smashing and slashing that like, but I want you to gently press that like button. It's got feelings too.
Front.
I met a terrible
I was
creep.
running errands with my husband one day when I was 6 months pregnant. The day started out normal as we took the subway together. All of a sudden, I felt nauseous and I could feel that I had to vomit
You throw up.
immediately.
You're gonna make me throw
I
up.
quickly gave my bag to my husband and told him I had to run to the nearest bathroom. I bolted away at the next stop as I could not hold it in any longer. As I exited the underground, I ran into the nearest restaurant, a McDonald's. I hurried to the bathroom, where I passed a middle-aged man who was standing at the entrance of the bathroom. I paid no attention and pushed past him to get in. As I finally arrived to the bathroom, I immediately started puking. I never felt so sick my entire life. That's when the door handle of the bathroom started moving. I quickly pushed the door to keep it closed and yelled that it was busy, but the person on the other side pushed back. As that
What a
person
creep.
managed to push harder, I saw the guy that was at the entrance. He had curly hair. I freaked out and slammed the door shut and started yelling for help. The man was insistent and kept trying to get in. I started puking again, so I was left with trying to hold the door with my foot as he kept banging it harder and harder. I continued yelling in the direction of the window of the stall as I heard people saying that there was a girl who needed help. Suddenly, the guy stopped banging the door and everything got quiet. I tried to calm myself down while still holding the door shut.
Oh my goodness. She is pregnant.
Then I saw curly hair and a hand trying to get me from under the door, which had a pretty large gap. I started screaming again as I started kicking his face.
Good.
At this point, I was desperate. I had no phone, no bag, and my husband was probably roaming the city looking for me. Then, I heard a man yell, and the creep suddenly getting away quickly. I kept the door shut when I heard a male voice telling me to come out and that it was okay. I reluctantly opened the door to find the manager of the McDonald's confused and shocked. I told him what happened and he called the police.
Oh
With
my
all the
God.
commotion, my husband finally found me. When the police
This is why you don't run off without your
I gave
husband.
the police
I don't
a
know. You
description,
just don't do it.
But they never.
You don't run away without your husband. Ever. Not once. Never. True cool horror stories animated.
It was the summer before 9th
Alright,
grade.
come on. What we got?
I was at my friend's family pool party, and there were tons of people there. At one point, while my friend, let's call her Lily, went to get some sodas for us, a man came up to me. I didn't recognize him, but since it was my friend's party, it made sense for me to not know everyone there. He smiled at me. He looked as though he hadn't shaved in days, and his eyes never looked quite directly at me. I stepped backwards, feeling uncomfortable. "Hello," he said. Hi," I replied. "What's your name?" he asked. I supposed that a first name wouldn't hurt, seeing as we were surrounded by tons of people in my friend's backyard. I'm Carly," I said. "What's yours?" "Rick," he replied smoothly. "Are you having fun with Lily?" Some of my discomfort eased. "I'm her parents' friend," he continued, stepping closer to my face. His eyes weren't focused, and his breath smelled like alcohol, even though it was early in the day. I grew even more
Candle.
uncomfortable and stepped away, waving
Bad
goodbye
vibes.
awkwardly. When I turned around, he was gone. I told Lily about this, and she mentioned it to her parents. Her parents said that they didn't know Rick, which kind of freaked me out. But they told me that it could have been one of their friends who brought him over. So I shrugged it off and assumed everything was fine. After the party ended, Lily and I were having a sleepover at her house. Her parents had gone over to visit her elder sister to take some leftovers to her, since she had not been feeling well and couldn't attend the party. So we were home alone with her elder brother. Lily and I were playing a game in her bedroom.
What are they
and
playing?
Dad called her. He asked her to please go and turn off the pool lights, since he had forgotten. Lily agreed, and we stepped outside into the backyard. I waited on the back porch, reading a text from another friend, while she went to turn off the lights. Once she was finished, we stepped back inside, locking the door, and went back upstairs to continue playing our game. At one point, Lily asked me to make sure the curtains were closed properly, and when I did, I happened to look outside, and I noticed that all the pool lights were on again. "Lily?" I asked, getting a strange feeling.
Make the brother go out there and turn them off
"You
this time."
turned off the pool lights, right?" "Yeah, I did," she replied, coming to look. Now there was a figure swimming laps in the pool, even though we couldn't see his face. It's probably just Cody," Lily replied, speaking of her brother. "Come on, let's go scare him." We walked down to the pool and slid open the back door. Waiting behind the bushes, we could see the top of his head bobbing in the water. We were going to jump out and scare him at any moment. Then I looked up at one of the windows of the house. The curtains were open. Suddenly, I saw the face of Cody illuminated as he turned on his bedroom lights. I grasped Lily's arm, and we both knew the person in the pool was not, in fact, Cody. We hadn't brought our phones with us in case we would get wet.
Hell to the
When we ran
no.
back around, there was a chance the
Heck
stranger
no.
could see us before we got back to the house. We tried to wave to Cody, but he couldn't see us. suddenly, splashing in the pool stopped. My heart dropped and I could hear each of my panicked heartbeats. A hand sailor gripped my arm and flung me forward, and I screamed, and Lily did as well. I looked up, and there was Rick. His facial expression made me never forget. I've never seen someone with such a
What a
face.
weirdo!
I yelled, and soon my mouth was filled with water as he chucked me in the pool, and he actually held me underwater. I choked for breath and realized he had grabbed Lily's arm as well, although she wasn't in the water. He was strong and clearly ill. He yelled, "Time to swim!" Somehow Lily managed to kick him in the face hard enough to run away, slamming the door behind her. He continued to hold me, laughing as I flailed for breath. Just as I felt I was
We
about to
found your
die,
friend!
police sirens were heard from the surface. He picked me up and threw me on the ground, breaking my arm. He ran away. The police came and questioned me, but he was never found. I will never forget that moment. I thought I was truly going to die.
Okay, ladies, let's get a little bit real here. If your friend is being drowned by a random creepo, you don't just kick him in the face and run away. Make sure your friend gets up and out of the water. Advice from your boy, Spinal Scrooge.
Nor will I forget those creepy, unfocused eyes. From then on, I've been terrified to be outside at night, especially in a pool.
Okay, guys. It's time for the next series of horror. Maybe. One second. We're on intermission right now. And we're back. Welcome back. I ate strange meat. That doesn't sound too good.
I don't know what to do. It all started 3 weeks ago. My mom disappeared. She was at home in the morning, nothing different. She hugged me, saying goodbye, wished me luck with school, and gave me a packed lunch. And when I got home that evening, she wasn't there. She didn't come back. So we called the police and all of the search was set up. The whole town came together and held a giant search party, lasting through the night, but there was no sign of her at all. She had just completely vanished. The weeks since were hell for both me and my dad. Rumors started spreading through town, and particularly around the school, that my mom had been murdered. Dad took things a lot worse than I did. He was a carpenter, so it wasn't unusual behavior for him to disappear into the garage for a long time to work on a chair
Well, on C
or a
Entertainment.
table or something.
I figured it was.
Especially, it was what he always did when he was stressed. I figured that's just how he was dealing with the grief. We barely spoke over the next couple weeks. He was locked in there from sunrise to midnight.
They do some
We
really
might
good
bump into each
animation,
other
I
at
just
one
want to say.
point, but he'd just say goodnight and went to bed. Sure, it was a bit weird, but I understood that he was going through a lot. But the longer he spent in there, the less I was sure he was doing woodwork. There were large bottles of bleach popping up in our bins, and Dad barely took any break. One night, I had waited for him to go to sleep, and I crept down to try to open the door, but it was locked tight, and Dad always had the key. But today, when I came home from school, he was in the kitchen, freshly shaved, showered, had a rested face. He was totally different from what he'd been for the last couple of weeks. He was cooking. My dad used to love grilling, and his steaks were always amazingly delicious. So it was a nice change, since I fed myself only pot noodles and soup for a few weeks. He set down two of the biggest, bloodiest steaks I had ever seen in my life.
Ugh.
But
I don't like my steaks like that.
Not bad, but just different. Dad tucked into a steak straight away, and I did too. It was a bit tough to chew, but the seasoning and flavors tasted just as good as the rest of the steaks were. We had finished pretty soon, and I was feeling full and satisfied. Then Dad said something I can't stop thinking about. I doubt they'll ever find her body. His voice didn't sound sad or depressed. I didn't say anything, just stared at him. Hearing what he said sent shivers down my spine. Then I thought of the steaks. The late nights in the garage, hundreds of bleach bottles, and my dad's weird behavior.
They ate his
Her
mom!
body? Or am I just overthinking it?
Oh my god!
What do I do? When I was 16, my parents, brother, and I were living in an...
Hold on, we can't just stop off that. You guys realize he just ate his own mom? That's traumatizing. Like, that's beyond traumatizing. What do you think? Comment. Just start dropping R.I.P. Mom. Everybody, R.I.P. Mom in the comments. Don't forget, just R.I.P. Mom. Although that steak was pretty good. I'm kidding.
An apartment on the 4th floor. Every night, we heard crazy laughing outside of our house. At first, we just thought it could have been a neighbor taking care of a sick person, so we didn't worry about it. Then one night, I heard laughing again. It was 11 p.m., and everyone in my house was sleeping. I got out of bed and looked out the window, and I saw nothing. And as soon as I looked out the window, the laughing stopped. It was kind of weird, but anyway, I just went back into bed and slept. After that, I had to use the bathroom at 4:30 a.m. The bathroom was downstairs in the hall, and the bathroom window was facing a big field of grass and a parking lot. After I finished using the bathroom and washed my hands, I heard that crazy loud laugh again for about a whole 30 seconds. It sounded like this person didn't even get tired.
They're laughing
It
at
seemed
you.
that he needed to catch his breath from this loud and long laughing. I proceeded to look out the window again, and then I saw a group of about 5 dogs going crazy around something. And when the dogs moved, I absolutely felt fear. There was something, another dog. I think it was a dog. It had a dog body and paws, but not a dog face. It had a human face, and it was staring at me.
What do you do with your spare time? Did you just think of some weird stuff?
Slowly smile, then laughed again, and that was
That's
the same
weird.
voice that I've heard constantly. I ran to my room, but I couldn't go back to sleep.
After this one, guys, we're
Next
gonna watch
morning,
something
I
called
told my
Crip
parents and
TV.
brother what had
I don't know
happened.
if you guys have ever
They
seen
thought I
Crip
had a
TV,
nightmare.
but it's some horrifying
I said
stuff.
that I swear it wasn't a nightmare, but they didn't believe
Get ready.
me. They just laughed and ignored it. Everything felt real. I know it was 100% real. But the next few days went by, and I didn't hear anything. And one day, it was getting quite dark outside. I did end up getting a cold from swimming, so my parents and brother went out grocery shopping without me. It was 9 p.m.
Got a
and
cold
I took
from
my
swimming.
dog for a walk for a little while. There was an abandoned house down the block, and my dog took off running to a bush suddenly. It was like something caught his attention. I ran after my dog, and literally I had to crawl under a fence to go and get him. When I finished crawling under the fence, I ended up cutting my knee. But thankfully, I got my dog, and when I looked up, there that thing was. That dog with a human face. We were face to face. It had glowing green eyes, and it had definitely human face features, and the head was bald. I screamed, and it just started that scary laughing again. I ran away with my dog and came back home. Well, I'm 18 now, and my family and I moved away to another place. I don't know what the heck that thing was, and why I've seen it twice. But I'm just glad that I don't see it anymore.
Okay, guys. Now we're gonna switch over to something called we're gonna switch over to Crip TV. Let's drop a intermission. We'll be right back. Yeah? Be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm back. And are you ready for hashtag Crip TV? Let's do it, guys. The Birch Protector.
Some believe that the forest cares for nothing but itself. That's not true. If you listen carefully, you can hear its voice. Its tortured heart can feel our pain too.
Hey. Whoa. All right, P-boy. Hey, hold on, talk to me. Hey, I just want to chat. You're fucking scared for it.
Oh, easy at the language.
Are you crying, boy? Crying, piggy.
Ugh. Don't hit him.
When I'm gone, she will look after you.
Who is she? Who is she? That's all I want to know. Who is she?
Protect you, just as I have always done.
What?
Just as she did for me. Look for her mark. Forest.
No way.
Look for her mark.
He who maketh me, I shall come. He who breaks me shall come undone. He who maketh me, I shall come. He who breaks me shall come undone.
breaks me shall come undone.
What?
Good children with love in their hearts will be held by her. Birch.
Okay, that was... Lesson 1. Don't bully kids, because you never know when they got some creepy demonic witch woman that's in the woods that'll eat your face and rip your heart out. I don't know if you've seen the kidney and the heart hanging from the tree limbs, but that was crazy, okay? That was crazy. That's a little bit too much to handle. I get it. I'm sorry about the swearing, but jeez. Next video. The Birch. Alright, guys.
We are a family.
Sonny family Colts.
We are each an arm, a leg, or a hand. Each important and trusted. We give each other purpose. And we introduce chaos to disrupt the banality of this life, to make aware what is truly important.
But why can't I go with you?
Taylor, I told you already. Karen, will you deal with this, please?
Okay, Taylor, honey, Mommy and Daddy are going on a date. Uncle Raymond and Aunt Shirley are gonna watch you.
So I should be stuck here with them?
You're not stuck here. Don't be a victim. Nobody likes that.
Jeez.
And when you're older, you'll go on plenty of dates, just like this one.
Fine.
Taylor, what did I just say?
Won't be a victim.
Right. And bed before 9.
Why are they letting that little girl watch that?
There should be a gas station coming up.
We'll be fine.
There could be people.
It'll be fine.
What are you doing? Why are you worried if there's people?
Watch out!
You alright? What are you doing out here? Stuff.
Should we ride?
Yeah, why don't you come with us?
Oh, yeah, sure, I want to.
Something's off. I don't know about this.
Hey, come on in. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Just straight over there.
They should be here by now.
It'll be fine. They've done this dozens of times.
Sorry, I live by a train track. Yeah, that's kind of a nuisance.
Hey, you okay?
Just ignore the train. It's kind of a nuisance.
Family must miss you.
Hey man, could you slow down? You gonna be alright? Hey man, just come on, pull over.
These candles are not very good. I mean, look at that. It melts right into it already. It's already melted, and I just lit it.
Isn't someone here supposed to be asleep right now?
We're not supposed to have strangers over when Mom and Dad are home.
These aren't strangers, honey. They're family. Come on, go to bed. It's a creepy mask.
Oh, don't run.
You won't get far.
Something's wrong with this family. I feel so bad for that little girl.
What the hell happened? Nothing. We're here.
Jonah's asleep, of course.
Well, we should get started. We are a family. We are each an arm, a leg, or a hand. Each important and trusted.
That's a
We
long
give each
train.
other purpose. And we introduce chaos to disrupt the banality of this life, to make aware what is truly important. And as families do, we grow. But not all at once, but with careful selection. And today, we add one more. To usher in new blood, we must spill old blood. For you cannot take what you cannot give. So let us rise as a group. And support our sister.
Okay, content, lots of blood warning. Blood warning. 3, 2, 1.
Taylor? Taylor?
They cut that guy's throat. Just anybody who missed it, they cut their throat. That was bad. Very bad.
I need you to be a big girl and open up the door, okay?
Oh God, that was horrifying. That was horrifying.
You weren't supposed to see that. Taylor. Sonny. baby. We're a family. All of us. Everyone that you saw out there, they want to protect you. We get rid of bad people. We all love you, Taylor. But for now, you have to keep this a secret. All right? You can't tell anyone. Do you understand? And remember, never act like a victim.
What the hell?
I'll be one.
You just smeared blood on your daughter's cheek, and you expect her to be okay? Okay, we're going on to the next episode. Right through to the next one.
How can we not know? That's not how this works. Figure it out.
Why can't I go?
Taylor, you're too young.
I already know everything, though.
There's a difference between knowing about something and actually participating in it.
I understand that. I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Go.
This entire situation is just sad. Now someone else is pretending to be us. What happened to you guys?
Look what you did to your daughter. You made her a monster.
She's not wrong.
She's 12.
She's already seen everything. She knows everything. At this point, what's the difference?
She's just a child, Eli.
She's already rationalizing things at the same level we are. We might as well involve her.
This isn't a debate.
These people pretending to be us, they killed a child.
We can't just use her. Don't you get how wrong that is?
I'm sorry, mister. I got locked out of my house and my parents aren't home and I just really need to use a phone to call them. Can I come in? Thanks.
What is this?
I can try again in a minute.
You know, it must be really scary on your own, Leslie. Especially with everything that's been happening, you know? That poor girl.
Yeah. I guess it is pretty scary. I wouldn't want to be the person who did that. They're gonna be in trouble.
Well, the cops don't even know who it is.
The cops don't.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery. But copycats are different. They're cowards. And plus you got it all wrong. We don't kill children.
This is gonna be bad.
gonna tell you this one time and you are gonna listen. You don't ever, ever do that again. This whole thing, everything that we have and are, it's me. You don't change the plan. You don't say a word unless I tell you to.
Now they just skipped like another 7 years? What the hell is going on here?
Smooth, right?
Alright guys, I don't know what's going on, so I may have to skip ahead certain parts. Maybe not.
Are you sure no one's here?
I promise. Oh. Shit, get down.
Something.
Listen, I can't help it.
Maybe we should just go.
No, Taylor, come on. I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Look. It's fine. It's fine. Come on.
They're just swimming, ladies and gentlemen. But they're breaking the law. You know what happens to people who break the law? The Colt finds it. I gotta turn this down a little bit. I don't want it to echo off my mic.
You ever just wish things were different?
I mean, like, I wish that I could, like, teleport or something.
Me too, brother.
Or not live in a dorm.
No, like,
No.
you
I
ever
don't
wish
live in a
you
dorm.
were just somewhere different? Like you could do whatever you want, not have to answer to anyone or follow anyone's rules.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get that. But here we are together. You know, plus, if you were somewhere else, then where would I be right now?
Maybe you're right. Maybe I have you right where I want you.
You know, I like you a lot.
I thought you said they were gone.
No.
Obviously not. Let's just hide in here until they go to sleep.
Nope. I'm gone.
I'm glad we're here.
Yeah.
It's just my family's really important to me.
That's kind of a weird thing to say. What the fuck? Fuck! Taylor, what the fuck is going on?
I can't help it.
You said you want things to be different. They can be. They can be. I thought we had something.
Nope.
I didn't even tell my parents where I am.
Taylor, this is what we came here for.
Taylor. Taylor.
You do not walk away from me.
Oh, listen, man. My dad will pay you. I swear. He'll give you whatever you want. However much you want.
You don't care.
Do it. Now! This isn't up to you. This whole night.
Okay, guys, I'm starting to get a weird vibe from this.
And you turn your back on your family.
So we're gonna go to a
And for
different
what?
one. Yeah. There we go. This video may be inappropriate for some users. Do you guys think it's inappropriate? Tell me in the comments below. What the hell? What did I miss? Like, just everybody... What? Sorry. I'm dying. Ooh, scary sheets. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding. What is in there? Uh-oh. One lit candle. Nope. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna have to put you on hold just for 1 second. Intermission. Thank you. Be right back. Oh man. Don't you love it? The horror and the excitement. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh, one candle. the wax on me. Oh! What? Run! Run, black lady. Run! Whoa, what happened? There we go. If you yourself cannot release, then it will take it for you. Do it! Drop it. Drop your ring. Drop it, please. I don't want to see you die. Please. Don't do it. Why would you look over the... Cringe. Nothing's there. Okay. Alright, guys. Tell me what happens. This is important. Tell me what happens, guys. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. My wife needed me, so I'm sorry. My fans are very loyal, but my wife will always trump you. I know. You know how it is. Well, so what happened? Did she get gotten? What's going on? I'm so confused. Oh. Oh. What? Oh no. Why'd the time stop? The monitor stopped. She's in purgatory. Fight back! Crawl! He don't know what to think. Oh my goodness. It's America. You may bite my hand off, may break my legs, but I'm still gonna stab you in the face. With a fork at that. Don't touch the watch. You messed up. Now it's attached. It's attached to you. No, not the kid. You can't do this to kids. You can't do this to kids, okay? there's like a rule. There's a rule in horror shows. Kids always live. This gets to me especially. I have 2 little girls. Behind you. Behind you. No, the other side. Look forward. Not behind you. Not behind you. Go the other way. The other way. Told you. I told you. What is going on here? Fight back. Above you. Stand up. Be strong. Knock the whole table on him. Okay, guys. That was Crip TV's Look-See.
Watch new scary vids every Tuesday.
Exactly. Subscribe to me, Spinal Scrooge. Now, I'm going to be doing more things like this on Mondays. Monstrous, Monstrous Mondays, that's right. So, go ahead and hit that like button gently. Ever so gently. Don't smash, don't slash, don't crush. Gently. Gently hit that like button. That way, I personally know you have absolutely been satisfied with the content I have shown you today. And if anytime in the future you wish to see different, more murderous content, go ahead and drop a comment below. This is a new way to game Monstrous Monstrous Mondays. And with that, I thank you. This is Spinal Scrooge. I will be signing off. So, in the meantime, don't forget, nothing is as what it seems. Have a good day, guys. Peace out.